Giving honor to the Spirit of Christ, which is the head of my life and the head of the church. I want to give y'all a message because today I had an experience. And when I tell you about spirits, when your spirit is right, your mind is right, your health is right, because you have a different aura about yourself. Let me tell you what happened today. My daughter picked me up and she was driving. And some guy wanted her attention, but my daughter's not that type of person. And she respects her daughter and also her mother. And she kept, trying to swerve away from this guy. And this guy kept chasing us. And he walked up to her. She rolled down her window. Now, me being who I am, I don't roll down my window. I have no communication for negativity. If someone's trying to get my attention and they don't get it, guess what? I don't care. I keep my head down on my shades on, certain things about myself. I keep my head covered and things of that nature. And today was communion. So I just got off the phone with my husband and we were laughing about how I answered the phone in the middle of service just to hear him communicate to me. And then he was saying, make sure you pray for me at church. And I said, I always pray for you. Wealth, health, and prosperity is what I've always prayed. But getting back to the story. So the guy finally got her attention. She rolled the window down. She told the man the information, and she rolled the window up. Now, mind you, we kept driving to our destination, which is to drop me off at church. And then the gentleman pulled up as we were getting close to church. She rolled down her window again, had another conversation with her, and rolled her window back up. And they were still trying to communicate. So finally, I get in the church building. And I began to worship God, and we began to do the School of Ruling, which is Mount Ararat Transformation Ministry, where the Honorable Coleman Martin is my apostle, and he was doing the School of Ruling, which I attend. It starts at 10:30, but I got there. Okay, so out of nowhere, one of the members of the church, Brother Kendall, he came and sat by me immediately, and he said, "Are you okay?" I said, yeah, I'm fine. He was like, who was them guys that was like, talking to y'all and stuff like that? And I said, oh, it's no problem. My daughter, brushed them off and so forth. He was like, yeah, but they was driving all crazy and stuff, and I want to make sure y'all was okay, because I thought, blah, blah, blah. And so I told the story to the church, and I love Pastor Bo when he say, Kendall is about $105, and he always ready to come through with some hit him where it hurt type of situation, you know what I'm saying? But God has changed his life. But being in the ministry and being part of the family, when he saw an individual that walked in a certain way and he saw something that was out of character, he came and checked on me. And like I told him, my daughter is fine. She's fine. She handled herself accordingly, and the guys kept moving. But the whole point of the matter is my whole demeanor about the situation was I had forgot about it. But somebody was watching why I move and how I move. And as I said, we look out for one another at Mount Ararat Transformation Ministry. We are people who believe in God, who have moved forward in God. And our pastor, like I've told y'all, he's going to Africa for Mount Ararat Transformation Ministry in Ghana. And whatever that date is, we are going to make sure he has what he needs to go. But in the process of doing that, as I got home, God had given me a vision of millionaire status in our church. And we had a couple of people join our church today. And one of them I had to prophesy to because I have the gift of prophecy. And I wanted to prophesy to her the previous Sunday, but she had left. But this Sunday I had to tell her what thus said the Lord. And then when Apostle Coleman preached, his confirmation confirmed everything that I prophesied it to her. And see, that's one thing about a prophet. If you're a prophet and you mean to see what God has you to see, you say what you got to say and you move on. We have a Peter spirit about ourselves. We are anointed and appointed by God. And the unction of leaders, and I was making an assumption about myself. I said, Lord, I've been a leader all my life. And they're having leadership meetings. And the one thing I'm not to them is a leader. But because I'm not under the unction of the humans, I'm under the unction of God. So I am a priesthood. I come from a royal family. My color is blue, and that's my royal color. As you can see, my headscarf blue, my shirt's blue. Underneath my head, my hair is blue because I believe in the royal color of blue. But my husband and I, we come to an agreement about our children. We come to an agreement about prayer. We come to an agreement about tithing. We come to an agreement about a lot of things. And the one thing that we come to an agreement with is our spirituality, our walk with God, our belief system, because we are husband and wife. And we can say to one thing that we know for sure. We love each other. Because in the midst of church, I answered my phone because my husband had called. And my husband is at work, and I'm like, he calling me. I'm thinking something wrong, and there's nothing wrong. He just was checking on me, making sure I was okay, and I told him where I was. And I didn't have him on speakerphone, which normally I have him on, but that's just the point. When I tell you that our mindset has to be the same, and we have the conversation about one another that makes it mutual agreements. We make mutual agreements about decisions in our lives, and we connect to each other on a whole different level. And our relationship has nothing to do with nobody else but me, him, and God, and that's the way we keep it. But my daughter's spirit was so in tune with leave me alone. So I understood when she said, I got my mama and my whole baby in this car, and you driving crazy, and you trying to kill my mama and my baby, and it's not going down. Leave me alone. And that part right there made me feel proud. It was like a shining light, because when she referenced that she had a baby and her mom in the car, that should have killed his whole intent of driving crazy in front of us, but he continued to do so. But when you have an attitude of like, leave me alone, it's your focal point. It's your aura, is what it is. And I went in, after I got off from church, I missed the bus, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to catch this bus and go this way. Well, God had me do a complete circle and come back to the initial place where I was normally supposed to catch the bus at. And I was able to get on the bus. And God said to me, no matter how many circles that people try to put you around and try to put you in, and they try to come against you, and they try to put you into this one individual spot, God will make it so that he'll turn you right back around and put you in the same spot so you can learn a lesson. Sometimes we don't always hear the lessons. And tomorrow's lesson I want to preach on is the bad fruit. I won't talk about it today. We'll talk about it tomorrow. But what I want to tell you is how you move and how you respect one another is key in any relationship. Whether it's a relationship through ministry, whether it's a friendship, whether it is a brother, a kinship, a family member, whatever relationship that you have in life, if you can't verbally agree or put yourself in a place of the protection of others, you won't have a prosperous life. Because you have to, when you drive, you have to defensively drive for the other person on the left, the other person on the right, the person in front of you, the person in back. Because what your ability to do is to keep yourself safe. And that is the key in driving. You have to Drive like you know how to drive. Don't be drinking. Don't drive. Don't drink and drive. You know, those type of things. Corona is still going rampant, but I'm vaccinated. My children are vaccinated. My granddaughter, she's 5 years old. She has the ability to vaccinate, but that's not my walk. Whatever my daughter's choice is, that's on her. But I wanted to let y'all know, the way you do and move can get you into a position or somebody else will see you moving and be concerned. Sometimes we don't understand. People watch us. Everybody is watching you because they want to see your response. But if you move in a different way, somebody's going to check on you. And if they don't, then you know your answer who they are. Have somebody check on you. Check on somebody. Because you never know when people may need you. Because I sure enough answered my phone in the middle of the sanctuary because my husband called. And I didn't put him on speakerphone. But I was telling him I was in church. I'll talk to him later. And that was our conversation. So when you move, be careful. Somebody's watching you. Whether you believe it or not, somebody's watching. Wealth, health, and prosperity is what I wish for y'all each and every day. My ministry is Salvation for the Sinners, LLC. I have been in ministry since years. I got saved when I was 17. I have the gift of the anointing of the Holy Ghost that rest, rules, and abides in my life. I do not preach hate because that's just not my mission. I have no heaven or hell to put you in, so I have no right to judge you. But I want you to know, the way you move, somebody's watching. And be watched and be careful because you might have some precious cargo that you need to protect. I love y'all. This is just me being me. See you tomorrow morning. Have a blessed and prosperous Sunday. And like I said, wealth, health, and prosperity is all my wish for each and every one that hear the sound of my voice. Have a blessed and prosperous Sunday night. Enjoy the rest of your time. And remember, somebody's watching you. Haters, whatever. Somebody watching on you. Because they want to see how you respond to certain situations. And what your response could be a whole different situation. But move a different way and you'll see how people care for you. And those who don't care, don't worry about it. You're fine.